We are back live here in St. Louis, Missouri at the America's Center Convention Complex, 135th Knights of Columbus Supreme Convention. We have a very special guest with us at the desk, Archbishop Timothy Broglio, who is from the Archdiocese for the Military Services. Thank you so much, Archbishop, for being with us.
Very, very happy to be here. Very glad to greet all the viewers of Catholic TV.
Maybe if we could just get right into the Knights, the support of the Archdiocese Military Services, and then maybe we'll get into the Warriors to Lords program.
Very well. Really, from the very beginning, the Knights have been extremely supportive of the Archdiocese. Even before the Archdiocese existed, actually, during both the First and the Second World War, the Knights of Columbus funded chaplains, auxiliary chaplains for the armed forces. But since the Archdiocese was founded in 1985, the Knights have been really a tremendous support. I would venture to say that we would not have survived as an archdiocese without the support of the Knights of Columbus. And this is, in one sense, it's financial, but it's also the formation, both the councils and the round tables that they have in the military really make a tremendous difference in reaching the members of the armed forces and helping them grow in their faith.
And I know one of the programs, we've talked about this before, is the Warriors to Lords program. Maybe you could talk about that and the impact it has had on some of the veterans that have gone and come back. Yeah.
Every year since the 1950s, there is an international military pilgrimage to Lourdes, and it's generally around the theme of peace and reconciliation. About 4 years ago, the Knights of Columbus decided to make it possible for a number of wounded warriors, but also just in general, members of the armed forces to participate from the United States in this pilgrimage. Before that, our participation was generally from those who are stationed in Europe.
Okay.
So this allowed people from the United States to go. It allowed people wounded in the most recent conflicts, people suffering from PTSD, people suffering also from other not necessarily military-related injuries or illnesses, to come and experience the healing of Lourdes. And this has really been, it's made a tremendous difference in the lives of these individuals, because everyone who goes to Lourdes receives some grace of healing. They may not throw down their crutches and walk, but they come home changed. And the fact that this has been offered to such a large number of veterans and military people has really been fantastic.
Yeah. And you've had the opportunity to go a couple of times as well.
I have. I've been able to participate in this experience since the Knights have been active, at least on 2 occasions. And for me, too, it's also very moving to be able to participate, to spend some time with my faithful, because it's always an advantage when they're in one place to be able to visit them, but also to see the effect that Lourdes has on them.
Yeah, let's talk about that too. We have veterans coming home that are dealing with several different issues, but in terms of providing care, spiritual care, talk about the chaplains and how important they are, not only on site, in harm's way, but also for people when they come back.
No, it's very important. I think people, they think about the chaplain on the front line, and of course his role there is very, very important. Yeah. But there's also the importance of ministering to the families while the warrior is gone. It's important also to be able to have a structure that welcomes them back home, that helps them in that process of reintegration into their families, into the ordinary, if we can say that, activities of every day. And that is also very, very, very important. And frankly, we just do not have enough Catholic priests in the military. And that's certainly been one of my efforts to try and increase the number of priests. I unfortunately I failed at that, but I'll continue to work. Yeah. We do have a number of co-sponsored seminarians, though, which provides great hope for the future.
If people, priests are watching too, how would you encourage them to take a chance and become a chaplain?
Well, I would first suggest they talk to their bishop, because obviously they need his permission, or their religious superior. and then talk to one of the recruiters from either the Army, the Navy, or the Air Force, and they'll be more than happy to walk them through the steps that are necessary to make this transition.
And I'm sure you've talked to chaplains and the impact that it's had on them to be able to provide spiritual care to these people that are in danger and harm's way, and as we said, for those coming back.
No, it is a tremendous vocation within a vocation, and certainly the priests that I've been privileged to know have had a tremendous impact, and the impact on their lives has also been very evident.
Yeah, and I understand you're going to Guatemala soon. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, United States Southern Command is organizing what they call Faith Matters, and it's an international meeting with chaplains and chaplain services in Latin and Central America, and I'll be participating in this meeting for tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah. And I know funds are always important to have too, and I understand you have a run coming up in October.
Yes, the Archdiocese has 50 runners participating in the Army 10-miler, okay. And each of those are runners who are looking for sponsors, so there's a way to participate on our website, millarch.org, and to be able to sponsor some of these vibrant runners who are going to compete for vocations.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Archbishop, for dropping by, and we wish you all the best, and we encourage priests out there to give you a call and talk to a recruiter as well, and help out in the chaplaincy. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Archbishop. We're going to be back with more of our continuing coverage live here at the Americas Center Convention for the 135th Knights of Columbus Supreme Convention. Thank you, Archbishop. That was great. Thank you.